popping, everybody? This is Empress J, your healing oracle, and I'm checking back in with another message. You know what I'm saying? So, no, do you know that you are a whole vibe by yourself? Keep your energy clean by knowing who you be. Like when you know you a whole vibe by yourself, when you know that you watch your own back, your own front, you really are the master of your destiny. You know that like there ain't shit that another person could do for you that you can't do for yourself. And because of that, you cut any type of codependency lines that may be out there. Okay? And those are the things that keep us weighed down. You can be dependent in a healthy way by being in love and giving the love that is reciprocated back to you, keeping that going and flowing. But you know you're your own hero. You don't need nobody to come around try to save you. You don't need nobody to come around try to heal you because you got to do this by yourself. Okay, and then you help other people with the things that you've learned and the love that you have for yourself. Okay, you got to focus on yourself. You got to focus on your journey. You got to focus on the things that are relevant to your being. You have to, because like we could be selfish, we could do all of that, but you know that if you don't help yourself, you're gonna be helpless. We ain't walking around here helpless. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody do nothing for me that I can't do for myself. And because of that, I keep myself out of that negative vibration of codependency. Because you need to, yes, care about your family, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be in the kind of vibration of giving everything that's been given to you. Even when people don't give it back to you, you don't entertain those type of energies because you know it's not going to be reciprocated. Other people may have codependency vibes. You can't be too much near all of that because that's not going to bring you back the kind of energy that you're putting out there. Pure love, genuine, authentic love is not codependent. It's free. Free to be, free to go wherever it feels is necessary. Okay, being able to flow like the trees, how they move all free and not contained. That's how our spirit needs to be, allowed to have no confinement to codependency, to anything that holds us down to the earth. We have to be free to fly high up to the sky, believing in every dream and every manifestation that we're conceiving. It's like really that time to believe completely in you, in your nature, and allowing the laws of attraction and the laws of the universe to constantly be giving you what you're putting out. And recognizing that, you know, we still have obstacles, but we are what we are. We are what we do. We are what we think. We are what we eat. We are what we feel. Keeping everything in check constantly. You understand what I'm saying? Stress cannot be your motivation. And stress is a mental thing. It's an emotional thing and it is a personal thing. And we are in control of it. What we allow to fester within us is and are the things that are gonna hold us down to the ground. Like I'm telling you, it be feeling like we have weights on our shoulders, like you're always confined to a certain way of being and thinking and being, just like living. But when you take those constraints off and you cut all of that, you are releasing yourself. It's like releasing your truest essence because you're opening yourself up for new vibrations. I know y'all tired of me talk about vibrations and shit, but like, yo, once I got it, I got it. When you understand, like what they say, when you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my vibration is the thing that I omit when I'm constantly doing things from my heart. When I'm talking to people with goodness in my heart, purity, even if the words can be perceived as harsh, they're received with a loving nature because that is the way that I'm giving them. The way that I do different things, and we have to be constantly mindful of everything. Like not just what we say, but what we do, where we go, how we move. Everything needs to be calculated and thought through. Everything done with an intention. if we have an intention for the things that we're doing and a positive intention for everything, then things just run so much smoother. Like, you don't really have, you have obstacles, but it ain't the same. It's not. And then your perception of the things that are coming at you and the way that they are, it's not because you're you. That's why you're going through this. No, it's because that's life. That's how things go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And being mindful of that and not allowing things to cause you stress. Because stress is a thing that we allow to, that's what happens when we constantly thinking about things over and over again, and they like deep in our thoughts, like they're like wedged in to our conscious mind, and then they also linger in our subconscious because we're constantly thinking about them. Now when you're not thinking about the things that are going on, like like you have to constantly be organizing things in your brain, the thoughts that you're thinking, knowing what are the things that you can handle right now, the things that can be done at this moment. What little steps can you make to fix certain situations? Okay, because you can only fix what you can fix. If it's one of those things that it needs time, then you need to be making the proper steps to change different circumstances. That will always be your solution. Being able to break things down and in your mind figure out the steps that you need to make in order to make progress in certain situations and get out of the red. That's how I be seeing it. Like in certain situations, it just be red, like flat line, straight obstacle. Now, those are the things that could be major blockages. So that's not going to be fixed tomorrow. Like it's one of those things that you have to deal with certain things, and I could be talking about like obstacles, like jobs, money, problems, personal, mental issues, emotional issues. It's very general. This is just the message that Spirit's giving me. So I want y'all always to know that what I say is not from me; it's from Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So if you popped on to this message, excuse me, everything may not be for you, but there could be one or two things that I say that hit home and open up your mind, and allow you to free yourself. Like that's what I'm here to talk about. That's what I do. I help people free themselves from the bounds that we have, like from the jail that we're inside here and in here, because I've been there. So I try to talk about it, try to, make sure I'm staying connected with myself, and I talk to Spirit, and I ask for the messages, like I said before, for the people, that's going through things. That's what I'm here to do, you know what I'm saying? Because I went through a lifetime of pain and trauma and stuff, and shit, I ain't going to go through that no more because I done already went through it, and I've learned and I've grown through it all, and that is the main thing, growing through it all, learning your lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like becoming a better person through the obstacles. You understand? Like put you on a whole higher level of self, a higher level of being, creating, existing, all of that. It's not easy to get to, but it's not hard. It's one of those things that just mainly requires consistency. It requires you to constantly be doing the things we don't really want to do, which is working on ourselves, dealing with our inadequacies so that we can start to see the inadequacies around us in certain situations and circumstances. Sorry, y'all. And being able to know what we can fix and what we can't fix, and where we need to start making plans to fix things. Like that is a big deal with it, because it'd be like, all right, you'll have so many things on the brain, and they start to drain your energy. They start to drain your creative thought process, your line with the creator. Okay, things will start to get excuse me, enemy working overtime. Things will start to get screwed because we'll like in your mind, it will be more negative than positive. And one day you can have a really good day where you up here, and then the next day, all of a sudden, all of the problems are back in your mind. But they really are only there to allow you to learn a system, because we all will have our own way of dealing with things, dealing with the pain. That's how we're going to say that. We are all going to have our own way of dealing with the pain, okay? And it's very important that you find a system for yourself, okay? Like a mental system, an emotional system, a way to deal with the things that you don't want to deal with, but that need to be, if dealt with right away, will not cause any type of long-term issues. Like, if we keep having a whole lot of negative situations at one time or in a series, we will forget that there's positivity in the negative. It's all about how you perceive it. We'll allow that stuff to fester in our heart, and it'll cause a blockage over our heart, and it will be hard for us to be able to be open to what is for us and the positives in life, because the negatives we've allowed them to sit there too long. We didn't release the things that we could no longer change, the things that hurt. See, you have to release that stuff. It cannot just sit there. If it sits there, it becomes something else. And by the time you realize it, you could have done a lot of self-harm, self-sabotage, because that stuff just sat there and you didn't want to deal with it because it was too hard. You have to deal with it. It doesn't matter like how hard it was or whatever. Like, you got to deal with it, assess it, deal with what was your shit and what wasn't. Excuse my language, Lord. What was your stuff and what wasn't. And being able to be okay with not being okay sometimes, and just having some moments when you are sad and allow yourself to feel it, because we have to feel every emotion. If we push it down, it becomes something else. Okay? It'll turn into anger, self-harm, things like that. So we have to deal with ourselves. We have to deal with everything. You take your time doing it. Make sure that you are working with yourself by yourself, and know when to cut off other people, when the only thing you need to be doing is paying attention to yourself and spirit and higher self. And to like, you're going to be around other people, but it's a way that you're around people without engaging in a manner that you are sucking in their energy when you're already in inner turmoil or dealing with your own situations where you need to be finding solutions, because that stuff is what weighs on us when you don't really realize how to deal with it. So it all is about finding a solution for every situation, whatever it is, but knowing that everything takes time. There are some things we can fix today, but there's other things that have to start a process of being fixed. We can't fix everything right now. So understanding that takes a lot of pressure off of you, which would allow you to be more stress free, because like, you doing what you can deal with, like, and you, as long as you're doing what you got to do and you making the proper steps towards the right things, then I mean, you can't go no wrong. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong. Like, you're straight. So back with my little inspiration cards, and then we'll get out of here. Life is best experienced with a sense of awe and wonder and discovery. Go about life with a child's curiosity. I heard, I think I had a reading, because I watch readings for my sign on YouTube also. And one of the ladies, and it's only certain ones I stay on that I deal with, like, because they give her inspiration as well, like, and advice, and it's from source. I'm always guided. Watch where you're guided to as well. Things may not always feel correct. You'll know what's for you. That's why we do a lot of the inner work, because now we're opening up ourselves to understanding what's going on around us, and we can trust our intuition now. We can hear it clear. So we'll know what's for us and what's not, whatever it is, videos, people, situations, whatever. So one of the persons, she said, one of the people anyway, she said pretty much what I was just saying, because I lost my train of thought. Life is best experienced with a sense of awe, wonder, and discovery. Go about life with a child's curiosity. That's what she said. Okay. that it is very important, like when you're on the spiritual journey, to understand that now it's a rebirth that we're going through. So now you've been reborn and you're like a child again. You're like open in a whole new type of manner. Like you're seeing the world with new eyes. Like you're seeing the world in a different, through a different type of perspective. So the things that you're seeing are, just so much more like discovery and things. Like you are so open to learning, to seeing, to feeling, to trying new things, because like you're open to life now. You've been reborn. That old part of you is dead. And now a new person has emerged, because you're one with the higher self and with spirit. So you're completely a new person. So you're going to go through life now with a new discovery, with new eyes, with a new breathing, with a new same body, right? But at the same time, check out how you're changing physically. Because as you're spiritually emerging as a new being, your spirit, your outer shell is going to change as well. And it's going to be kind of drastic. It's going to be what happens is it kind of comes like in alignment with what you have on the inside. It completely does. It's like you start to become, it's just different. So expect different changes, and the things that you've been thinking that you would like to change, like you're going to see those things actually changing without a little bit of effort. And the things that you may want on your outer, shell, your outer vessel, because of the work you're doing on the inside, the beauty that you are discovering on the inside. And now you're like a child. So, children are so cute and beautiful, and, and we like them most because they haven't been changed from the inside yet. They're pure, right? So that's why, like, now you're going to be seen differently, like new, because you have new eyes. You're like a child, like beautiful, like fresh, new to the world, new perspectives, new thought patterns, new eyes, new everything. Because your third eye is open, so now all three are one, so it's a new sight that you're seeing. Laughter is the shortest distance between two people, by Victor Borge. The other one was by Tom Gregory. So, laughter is the shortest distance between two people. When you and someone share laughter, you're sharing energy. Any type of exchange with you and someone else is energy exchange, whether it be negative and positive, right? So when you giving that positive, 100% authentic, genuine energy by sharing a laugh with someone, you raise their vibration in your own. You're putting out, like, it's very important that we're being a constant good example and a good contribution to humanity. And we could do our part by putting out small gestures into the world that actually have a ripple effect. And by doing something that good, by just, laughing with somebody and, sharing a little chuckle, raises the vibration and it puts positive energy into the world. Okay, so yeah, just make sure that, like, you don't miss the chances in life to feel your humanity, to exercise your right to be free by being free with your thoughts and free with your love, with no constraints, unconditional for everyone in every situation. Okay, that's how we change the vibration of the world, and we do our part for our people, for our humanity, for our race, for our each one of us owes something to Mother Earth and Father God. Like, we owe, whatever you call your higher power, what I'm saying, like, whatever, but we owe them something. So to make sure that this life don't go in vain, we make sure that we're adding to the positivity at every chance that we get. No matter how we're feeling, we put our feelings to the side to do and be a good person at all times. And when we fall short, because we're only human, we make sure that we do the necessary things to release the pain that we feel for not doing the right thing, and also ask for forgiveness when necessary. And, move forward without doing those things again. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. All right. So I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope that this brought you a little bit of peace. I hope you like my content. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm sending positive vibes, a hug if you need one, and a kiss if you need one. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate everyone for being here, viewing my videos, and I pray for you, all right? And I love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. Later.